We've been in this community for 25 years. We provide shelter and outreach work for all of Cumberland County. We have a huge county area, so all the surrounding areas outside of Amherst. We have 4 outreach workers, which is kind of unique. So we can meet people in their community and offer them support and information. And so one of the myths we like to dispel is that people don't necessarily have to stay in the shelter in order to receive services.
Where we're such a rural community and we have other smaller communities around us, travel is always difficulty. So a lot of the outreach clients that we have are unable really to come to our group because they really don't have the financing to get it. There are a few that may deal with income assistance or family and children services where they will apply that. But basically, there isn't enough money to get them to come to group, which they would really benefit from. Because one of the biggest things is that to see others that are going through the same thing as they are, because a lot of times they feel like, oh, it's only me, no one else is going through this.
The belief that kind of that this program was developed from was that, you know, if we're going to address issues of family violence, that we need to offer services for everybody that's impacted by that. And so whoever is perpetrating family violence or violence against women in relationships, we want it to be able to offer them services. Probably 90% of the men who access our program have been ordered here by the justice system in some way. They're often resistant in the beginning, but they, like, something has happened that, you know, some outside agency has become involved in their family or in their lives and said, you know, this has to change. So we figure out with them sometimes, you know, what is happening. Obviously this isn't working because this has happened. And so we go from there. We'll offer support and to men who may be going through challenges if their partner has left or they've, you know, they've had criminal charges against them. We can, you know, offer them support, and because it can be challenging if somebody has lost their family and then they're realizing that it's because of their behavior that has happened. In developing, you know, strategies in our group that aren't going to shame men or alienate them, but create some safe place where they can have discussion and that we can kind of create some understanding about how their behaviors are hurting their partner, their family, and ultimately themselves. In us saying that women are victims of men's violence, we're not saying that men are never victims, but that I think that to the degree that it happens is something we have to focus on, you know, and also that our mandate is to focus on helping women who are victims. A lot of male violence is also directed at women, and also male violence is directed at other males. So male violence is an issue in our society in any way we want to look at it, and it needs to be, you know, we need to look at that and why that's happening, and maybe looking at, you know, traditional views of masculinity and how we promote that and how men are socialized. Like, all of those things can be considered when we want to analyze that.